Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. Today we are going to build this Christmas card. It's September. I waited until September to start doing Christmas. This is the Merriest Moments set. It's a returning favorite from last catalog. It's got the Merriest frame dies, and it also has the Merriest frames in hybrid embossing folder. So the way this one works is really quite nice. I've used the embossing folder to emboss the card base and to emboss the die cut on the front. You can do the embossing and the die cut all at once if you like, by placing this in the folder, and it kind of snaps in. I don't know if you can just, there it is, snapped in. So you can cut and emboss at the same time if you want to. But I want to just show you what the difference is. So I haven't done that with the soft succulent. I ran it through with just the die like this. So you can see what it looks like with just the outline of the die. And then I ran it through again, but just lined up on the die cut or on the outline in here, and then ran it through. Way easier, of course, to do it in one step. Put the die in, put your cardstock in, and run it through. But like I say, I wanted to show you just the difference between the plain background and the embossed background. So what I've got here now in the embossing folder is now the embossed piece. So that's going on the front of the card, and I'm actually going to emboss the card base. Now, you would always put the hinge in first. In this case, I am not putting the hinge in first because I don't want a fold. If I were to put the hinge in first, I would need to put it in like this, and I would get a line in the card, and I don't want that line particularly. So also, it wouldn't be centered. So I need to pull this down. If you notice on the example, the soft succulent is just a little bit low. That's because I lined it up edge to edge, but I didn't line it up centered on the card. So that's better, centered on the card. It's less towards the bottom. So in this case, and it's a very rare case, I'm actually going to feed it in without the hinge first. Now, doing it once in a while won't hurt your folder particularly, but if you want to do a lot of these, I would recommend doing a separate 5.5 by 4.25 card front that you attach to your card base so you can put it through the way it should be. And see, what it's done is it's created that line. It's created a line just on the back edge, but that's okay. It's not a big deal because it's on the back of the card. So that's the hybrid embossing folder. Again, you can put the die right in and cut and emboss at the same time if you want to. So I'll pop that over there, and we will start building the card. So what I've done, again, I've embossed this, and I'm actually going to put adhesive just on the back of the card, and or just on the back of the greeting area, and I'm going to line this up so it lays over top of the embossing on the card. It's on the card base itself. It almost gives it a kind of a 3D effect not to put the edges down. I've stamped A Joyful Christmas to You and Yours from the set, and used the die that comes with it. It's like a stitched rectangle die, but it actually fits perfectly inside the framed edge. I've used a soft succulent ribbon to cut a bow, or to make a bow, and I've pre-made it, and I'm just going to tuck it down the bottom like that. just so that it doesn't cover up the greeting. I also stamped and cut out in soft succulent the poinsettia, and I've just done it in green in the soft succulent because that's kind of the color theme for the card. And I have dimensionalized the smaller poinsettia on the larger one, and I'm just going to flat mount that on the corner of the card like that. And then to finish it off, I'm using the solid faceted gems in the In Colors. So I'll take the soft succulent, I'm putting one in the middle of the flower like that, and then one over here, and one down here like that. So that is our completed Christmas card using the Merriest Moments bundle with the Merriest Moments hybrid embossing folder and the Merriest, is it the Merriest dies, the Merriest frames dies. So thank you so much for watching, and we will create together again soon.